December 21 of that same year, the original Supremes performed on the Ed Sullivan Show. For those of you who are not aware, that was a very popular show. A lot of the artists of the time was on that show. It's pretty much something like who's the equivalent now? Jimmy Kimmel, I guess, or whosoever, one of those guys, something like that, right? So they came on the show, they performed, and what was the song they performed? Someday we'll be together. That's all I know. Anyway, and then also March 16th of 1971, Motown wins a second Grammy for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s album "Why I Oppose the War in Vietnam." It's quite interesting when I was doing my research that they even made an album behind Dr. King's sermon about this topic. I actually have a clip. I actually have the sermon, or the album, if you will, available for us to play just a little bit, because it is about a good 45 minutes, give or take. So obviously I'm not going to play the whole thing, but just something to give you guys a little taste. And if you feel inclined to listen to the whole thing in your leisure, please feel free to do so. Just kind of thinking ahead, it would be really cool if at some point during the history of this show we can have a little maybe like an inside depth from like a professional's point of view, in terms of like these record labels when they have these different like branches of the same tree, so to speak. You know, like they have like Motown and Mo West and all these other little branches that are like affiliated, but they're kind of running independently, so to speak, right? Something to just think of. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the chat and in my various ways of communication what you guys think about that. So, thank you, Chico. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. You know, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the pieces that I selected to share with you guys. So I definitely am appreciative of that. You say IQ Motown leveraging their own distribution, but bet it still got muted at the retail level. I'm sure at some point there was some kind of, you know, that's always these kind of things, they you know how the thing go, right? But I'm sure even if it got muted, I'm sure there's somebody out there that probably have like a secret stash somewhere ready, to distribute or sell or re you know rip it to CD or MP4 or whatever it is. So there's when there's a will, there's a way, right? A very famous, one of my late grandmother's famous sayings: "The stricter the governor, the wiser the population." Y'all can chew on that one for a bit.